Hi and welcome back to Gamers Web. Today we're going to carry on our usual look at Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, the partwork from Hachette Partworks and Games Workshop, and we're up to issue 43. Issue 43 comes with two thermic plasma regulators, which we'll take a look at in a moment, and as you can see on the cover, talks about the Beasts of Nurgle and the Armies of the Imperium, as well as the thermic plasma regulators. Next week we get some paint refills, so we get our lead belcher refill, which you probably will have gone through quite a lot of it by now if you've not already replaced it, and we learn how to dry brush with dry paints, which is not an easy thing to do. It's quite difficult until you get the hang of it. And we also get our first dry plate, which is Necron Compound, which is a very good plate. And issue 45 is going to be very popular because you're getting a full squad of neophytes, Space Marine Scouts, which these guys normally retail about £18–19. You're going to be getting them for £7. Okay, so speaking of money, here we have our plastic kit for this week. The thermic plasma regulator, and we get two identical sprues which make two thermoplasmic regulators. Now these things are really nice. Unfortunately they're covered in a lot of the Adeptus Mechanicum symbols and stuff like that, and the skulls and what have you on them, so I need to do a lot of work for them because I'm going to use them for Star Wars Legion. But of course they're brilliant for Conquest, which is the whole point of the magazine. Okay, they retail, I think it's £30, so that's a bit of a saving. Okay, so let's just jump straight in. Okay, so first off we're going to look at our successor chapters to the Blood Angels. So they got the Angels in Carmine, Angels Sanguine, Carmine Blades, and the Flesh Tearers. And then on the opposite page, we've got the Blood Drinkers, Angels Vermilion, Knights of the Chalice, and Lamenters. Lamenters, good chapter. I used to have a Lamenters army. Unfortunately, yellow is a really difficult colour to paint, unless you're using the new contrast paints, which has really tempted me to paint my Conquest stuff up for my Marines, actually as Imperial Fists, because I like the Imperial Fists. Okay, so Beasts of Nurgle, we're looking at the Demons of Nurgle, sorry. This is looking at the different beasts of the big green thing himself. Demon Rock Flies, Armies of the Imperium, so we've got the Adeptus Astartes, which are the Space Marines, Adeptus Militarum, which is the Imperial Guard, Adeptus Mechanicus, which is the Mechanicum, and then Grey Knights. And we also have the Inquisition and the Adeptus Minnesotum, which is the religious wing, which is like the Sisters of Battle, things like that. Okay, Hope Rekindled, here we have a picture of Rebute Guilliman, and he's flanked by Cypher, who is a fallen Dark Angel, and the other guy at the side of him is a Grey Knight, whose name I cannot remember. Greyfax, I think it is. I'm not sure. I just can't remember. But this formed part of a thing called the Triumvirate, which was part of an ongoing campaign that Games Workshop did about 3 years ago. Okay, and here we go, Rebute Guilliman in his power armour with his Sword of the Emperor, big nasty weapon. Warzone Cadia. Cadia really doesn't exist as a planet anymore because during its last major battle, the planet was split in two, so it's like two big halves of a rock at the moment. But Cadia is very well known in the 40k universe because Cadia is where the Cadian Guard come from, the Imperial Guard. They're mustered from among the most elite of the Imperial Guard regiments, and also it is the Cadian Gate is literally at the Eye of Terror, which is an incursion of chaos into our space. Okay, so These are the forces of the Cadia. So you've got the last defense of Cadia and the final assault, and it tells you how many people went in to things. So Northern Marines have 4 companies, Reclaimers have 3 companies, Iron Hands have 2 companies, the various Astartes chapters 7 companies. Then the final assault gives us they're all the bad guys, all the chaos stuff. So Abaddon's Black Legion, the Iron Warriors, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, Light Lords, Death Guard, Alpha Legion, Word Bearers, and Legio Mortis. Okay, so thermic plasma regulators. Here's how to make them. Quite simple. Now they are only a 5-piece kit. So dead quick put together, and as you can see, 2 halves snap together, that goes in, that glues on, and that's it, simple as that. But they're nice wee kits, and as I say, I'm going to be using mine definitely for Legion, because I'm just going to doctor the skulls up and get rid of all the Imperial iconography, because I think they'll look really good for Star Wars Legion, but that doesn't mean that I can't use them in other games as well. Okay, so this is how to use them as a terrain piece, and the rules for your regulator itself, power surge, which is a mission, and then fuel for the forge, which is the battlefield setup. So that's our look at issue 43, folks. Not a bad wee issue. Next week's issue I'm not really looking forward to much, because I'm not really that keen on dry compound paints, but as always, you know, getting any of the paints is a bonus, and the Necron compound is actually quite a nice paint when you actually get to use it, and you'll learn how to use it. It's slightly different from using a normal wet paint to do a dry brush. Anyway, that's everything for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments or thoughts or anything, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I've been Mark. Thank you.